should see Explorer homepage right here. In the top menu, as I mentioned, you have your undo and redo buttons. Advanced camera for switching and toggling advanced versus basic. In your right here, you'll see your new state, reset state, delete state, duplicate state. On the right of that, you see your hide all but selected, hide selected object, and then focus on object that you select. To the right of this, you have your effects, X-ray, color, and highlight. And to undo them, simply click on the remove all effects. And to the right of that, you see your hit point and your label, and we'll get into that once we actually start creating. So without any further ado, let's create a new state here. Let's call it start. And you'll notice that the model went to its default position. So in this case here, to start really quickly, if I want to create a new slide, simply from here, I would duplicate. I say second. And now I can create a unison. So if my first slide is stationary, second one, maybe I can remove a component. Animate a component. And let's say we X-ray a door and color code the other door. So now from one slide to one slide, I just created a bunch of different features really quickly. I hid an object, X-rayed another object, colored an object, and animated another object. Now this can happen really quickly on the fly, so let's do that again, but this time let's add more functionality. So let's call this one third. So here we'll just clear the effects. We won't worry about the door too much. Now over here I can add my labels as told before. Drag the label up. And in my properties menu, everything I do, I can interact with my properties menu. So in this case here, I'll zoom down to where it says font size. I'll switch it to 200 so we can see it. And let's change the text color to something we can see. So now you can see that quickly. I can give this a door, I can give it a 3D label. Or I can generate a hit point. Now what a hit point will do, very simply, it'll activate an interaction point. So if I click on this hit point, it will activate another model. So in this case here, if I click on the hit point and I move into my action, I can create an action type. Now action type can display a video, an image, a question, play an audio, or even change a lesson. So by simply selecting the hit point, giving it an action, and then dragging the asset to it. So in this case here, I chose display an image. So I can go into my assets, find an image, and I can just drop that right into it. And now the idea is once I play this lesson, if I click on this hit point, it will activate that image. And this can be also for video or an animation. It doesn't really matter on our end. That being said, now within Explorer you have these different modes and functionality. So the free mode is what I'm currently using. I can navigate the entire environment freely. Animate mode, if you have built-in animations that are already built in the model, you'll be able to run them inside Explorer. So in this case here, I see you have wheel turn left, trunk, rear right door, front door, and so on, and hood. Or I can say all doors. So let's just, for a quick, let's see what all doors does. I have the option to play once, loop, or ping pong. So I'll just play it once, and at what speed I want to play it. Let's leave it normal. So in this case here now, I can hit play animation preview, and it will show me what the animation will look like. Or I can also drag it out with my slider a little bit at a time just to see the desired effect I want. Now also in the expand here, you'll see that we have an expand menu. Now this is interesting because it makes that expand view or that explosion view much simpler to build. So in this case here, all I have to do is go into my 3D model, into my scene hierarchy, expand that, find where my model is, preferences right here. So in this case here, if I just select on the model, you'll notice that by clicking, it doesn't select everything. But if I hold the Alt and then select my root, it will select all the children underneath it. Now in this case here, I can simply drag that whole scene right into my root. And by activating the slider a little bit, you start seeing the expansion view start taking place. Now because I'm not sure about this model, I'm not sure who modeled it and how they oriented components, I will slide this slider a little bit forward, and then I can swap through my different algorithms right here to give me the desired effect that I'm looking for. And now you can inspect all the different components. So if this is for education purposes, of course, you can expand the component, whether it's a mechanical system, a biological system like a human body with a different, digestive tract, all the other human, all other bodies systems can be all explained and separated piece by piece to really help explain how they operate and work. And again, this goes same thing for mechanical systems. Everything can be separated to really get that understanding of how things are put together. Now again, like this takes a moment because we're getting closer towards the end, and I would love to invite some of you guys for our online demonstration. So please, if you have any interest in joining us for the live demo, type in the live chat, let us know you want to join, and we can send you, we can add your name to the invitation list. Now the really cool thing about this is here, I want to show you one cool feature before we move along. So to create the difference between a computer-based presentation versus a VR presentation, all it takes is just simply manipulating the camera. So if this is computer-based, I will simply put the camera to the direction I want, and I'll switch my slide. And notice how the slide automatically updates the position. That right there set the position of the camera for my presentation. But let's say this was a virtual reality presentation and I want the ability for the interactor to be able to teleport to different locations. So here, under the teleport or VR option in my properties, if I toggle the teleport, it's going to activate this little halo. It's hidden behind you, so let me see if I can move it. So now in this environment, once the student inside VR pushes and holds the teleport button, they will get a blue halo on the ground, or a yellow halo. That halo will activate as the slide initiator. So to switch from slide 4 to 5, all the student has to do, or the person inside the environment, is teleport to that specific location. That will activate that slide to show the features inside it.